Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. It is still Monday. It is August 24th, 2020. I wanted to do a second video today, and I wanted to talk about staging supplies, okay? Getting things ready, getting things in place. Now, excuse me, I touched on it a little bit earlier with my, with my sister bringing more stuff out here, and my other sister bringing more supplies to her place. And what I want to show you, actually, I finished getting the rest of the capstones on here. So this one is done. This one here is done. I had 7 more today that I put on this one to finish this one. So did that, and then this one is now done. So now I just have the 2 to go. And I like the way it looks on there. It looks really good. So really, really pleased with the look, the aesthetic of it, if you will. It makes it pop. So anyway, alright, sorry. So I want to talk about this because this is serious, okay? So I gotta always joke around because that's just me. With getting things in place now, I think, is really, really important. So what do I mean by getting things in place? All right, if you have a bug out location, get as much of your supplies that you can to that bug out location, as long as you can keep those supplies secure. That's important. As long as you keep them secure, keep them hidden, keep them, in, oh my God, I'm absolutely going blank here. In caches, if you have buried caches, or however you're hiding them, false walls, false floors, whatever the case may be, okay? Get those supplies to where you need to get them right now. If you are going to need to bug out, you may not be able to go in the direction that you think you want to normally go. Make sure you have caches staged in all 4 directions. Because maybe, your bug out location is north, but you're not able to go north right away. So you have to go either east or west, whatever is going to be the safest route, and then circle back around. But if you have caches staged in whatever direction you're traveling, it's going to give you that advantage once again. It's a smart way to do it if you can do it, okay? And it doesn't have to be a huge cache. It could be, just something like a, Leatherman tool, having that there. Maybe a little bit of freeze-dried food, maybe, energy bars, whatever, oatmeal, whatever you think you may need, maybe a pot or something that you could boil water in, some kind of way to purify water in there, some kind of supplies like maybe extra socks, a pair of boots, or whatever you feel like you would want to put in a cache, that if you... See, this is kind of weird, I know, but this is always the way I do when I'm looking at it. I want to do a cache. I look at it that, okay, if I came up upon this cache and I was butt naked, what's going to be in there that's going to work for me? So I always have a pair of pants, socks, a couple of t-shirts, long johns, some kind of, sweatshirt, gloves, a hat, extra pair of boots. That's just to start with, okay? But then again, you're looking at if you're going to be able to cook. Like if you have, food in there, and you have, you're going to have a pan. So I always make sure there's a pan, something that you can carry your stuff in. So if you got like a backpack or something to that effect that you have under there as well, so that you can put on what you need to put on, but then you can pack up whatever else you need to pack up. Paracord, a good knife, again, a Leatherman toolkit. There's a lot of different things that you can do in a cache that's going to give you that advantage. Extra ammo, like, for whatever your everyday carry is, so you probably have that weapon on you. Stash ammo, extra magazines, whatever the case may be, okay? If you can have like a breakdown 22 that you can put down in a cache someplace, that's not a bad thing either. So again, and I'm talking like 22 rifle. So, but again, those are things that you want to really sit down, plan out, and stuff like that. But I want to really encourage people to get your ducks lined up, get things in order now. The more stuff that you can have at your retreat and preparedness is a smart thing. So let's say, okay, the balloon goes up. Oh my God, SHTF is here, okay? I got one trip. You're making one trip out of your home, okay? And I talked about this a little bit in the first video. If you only have one trip that you can make, and let's say you have a trailer, even if you have a trailer, you know, you have your car, your wife has her car, or husband has their car, you know, your spouse. You're getting one shot at this. So a lot of times, because I know when I lived in Greece, New York, and I used to think, and we had our other bug out location at that point in time, and I used to always think, man, if we got a bug out, I got to leave so much stuff behind. And I hated that thought. I absolutely hated that thought. So again, the one thing that I would encourage everybody, if you can, live at your bug out location full time. Because then once again, all your supplies are already in place. Now, if you're at your bug out location, should you still have caches? Absolutely, you should still have caches. You should have stuff stashed away all over the place, okay? You never know what's going to happen. So it's really important to just be as prepared as you possibly can be. But I think with everything going on, especially if you're living, especially if you're in the city, you want to know your routes of retreat, different ways to get out of that city, not necessarily using the highway or the expressway or the roads. You need to look at other alternative ways on how to get out of that city. Sewer systems, following the river, whatever you need to do. So, you know, even like if you have a little blow-up inflatable raft that you can get on the river and get away that way. I mean, there's a lot of options, you know, to do, but you just have to have those plans ahead of time and look, make sure you have your maps, topical maps, know where you're going, know the terrain, know your water sources, know where the towns are, because in a post-event, towns are probably not going to be as friendly as they are now. Okay, so people are going to band together, and that's going to be for survival. So what you have to think about, what can I do to best prepare myself for whatever situation is there? And by doing that and having those things done, it's going to give you, again, that advantage that you want. The ultimate goal is to get to your bug out location. Now let's say you don't have a bug out location, but you still have to bug out of the city, right? You got to get out of there. If you have some semblance of supplies, some caches stashed along the way, your route of retreat, and you know, that's just a smart thing to do. It's just so smart to do, because again, it's just going to give you that advantage that other people are not going to have. You know, it's just that it's really, really important. I can't even emphasize how important it is. I'm very blessed that I am able to live at my bug out retreat full time. You know, that was one of my goals for a long, long time, and, you know, and then we made it happen. And you know, in the time that we've been here, the things that we've gotten accomplished, I look back some days and I'm like amazed. I'm like, man, because I'll be honest with you, okay? The day that we moved up here, I breathed a sigh of relief. We had a 37-foot camper, and we had the shop. That was it. And the camper was where the greenhouse is now. So we had a camper there, and we had the shop. That's it, okay? I remember that day saying, okay, at least if SHTF happens tomorrow, all my stuff is here. And then we got busy, you know, and we have come a very, very long way since that time frame. And it's pretty cool, actually. It's really, really cool to see where we're at now. We're in a lot better shape than we were then. I still have so much that I want to do, guys. It is unbelievable how much I still want to do what I need to do. But it will come together. That I know. It's just going to take time. And, you know, continue to push along every day, make that progress, take those steps, and you're going to be in that better position, okay? But I want to just get on here and really tell people I don't think we have a tremendous amount of time to get our ducks lined up, to get things squared away. You know, you don't know what's going to happen. You know, what happens if there is some huge lockdown where they're not letting people travel and you need to get out of Dodge? Cities aren't safe anymore. Wherever you're at, suburbia is not safe. You know, you may be traveling at night trying to keep a low profile. Again, that's where caches are going to be a huge advantage to you. You know, and so those are things to think about. You know, having plenty of supplies prepared in different locations. You know, and then getting to your bug out retreat, and then just doing what you have to do. But you know, and even with being at a bug out retreat, it's never going to stop. There's always going to be more stuff to do, always. So those are things you got to think about too. So, but again, I just wanted to share this with you. I thought it's something that is really, really important, is to make sure you're staging your preps. Get things where you need to be, because it's like if you think that you're going to have enough time to pack up like a huge trailer, drive out and take that huge trailer behind you on the highway, you might not be able to do that. And the last thing you're going to want to have to do is abandon that and all those supplies. So if you can put supplies in place ahead of time, it's just a smart thing to do. It just puts you in such a better position. And the best part about it is if you have supplies in place, okay, and the time comes. So I'm going to use my sister Margie for an example. She's already brought up a couple of carloads of things. I think 2 or 3 so far. Okay, I think it's 3. So she's brought up 3 carloads of stuff so far. She's planning on coming up in a couple weeks. She's going to bring up another supply or a load of stuff. All right. If she was looking and didn't have anything in this building and could do one trip, now she could pack that car pretty good, but she wouldn't have everything that she's got in that building right now. She wouldn't have all that stuff in there. So now, with as much stuff as she does have in there, you know, when she's planning on, you know, if she's got to bug out, she definitely said, if it gets to a point I got to bug out, you know, I'm just going to load the car up with as much food as I can and get there, which is a smart call, okay? But again, if the more stuff that you can have in place is just smarter. So she's slowly bringing stuff up at her pace. She's 71, so she's got to go at her pace, and that's fine. But she also realizes when the time comes, the more stuff she has here, the more prepared she's going to be, the better off she's going to be. Now, don't get me wrong. I will take care of my sister. She's got nothing to worry about. Margie is, she's family. She's, you know, just even with that building alone, having that's a significant investment in itself. So, you know, she don't ever have to worry. She will never go without a meal as long as I have food. So, again, just keep prepping, guys. Keep it going. Don't stop. You know, and I'm not trying to do fear and gloom and doom. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to have you be proactive, look out for yourselves, be smart about things. That's all I'm trying to do. And just kind of saying, you know, pay attention to what's going on, because who knows how much longer we have, okay? So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. I'll get this video up for you. It's been a gorgeous day so far. The sun, we got like I love these kind of clouds, the big puffy, fluffy clouds like that. It's actually pretty, really pretty looking at those. Sun's been in and out, but for the most part, we got some good clear skies coming up behind here. So the power's kicking out well with the solar, and it's been a nice day so far. And, you know, getting something accomplished on top of it is always a good feeling as well. So I hope everybody's doing well. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is you. Nobody else can stop you. Stay positive, stay away from that negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.